everybody. This your girl Cece with WIB Magazine. And usually I have my co-host Mickey Monday on the line with us, but he's sick today. But I do have a special guest, my homie, my friend from the borough. Hey, Chris, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm good. Well, tell everybody who you are and where you from.
My name is Christopher Howard. I'm from the big city of Statesboro, Georgia, where we country boys rule.
Okay, so one of Mickey Monday questions is, for those who would like to get a feel for your sound, which song of yours would you pick to recommend to people and why?
I would probably say my song that's it's on YouTube and it's on all digital outlets right now. It's called Waymaker. Because I am a believer in Jesus Christ and I'm talking about every time I needed him, he always made a way for me. So if you want to know a little bit about me, the number one thing is that I always look to God for direction. And when I seek that direction, he always make a way. So if you want to listen to my song, it's on YouTube. It's called Waymaker.
Okay, and what was the inspiration behind that song?
Just through just life, period. You know, growing up, for one, my mom, she was diagnosed with lupus and sarcoidosis, and this was back in like 2007, 2008, and she had been going through for a very long time because they actually didn't know what was wrong with her, and she really ended up having to have a biopsy and all this. So, and they finally came up with those two particular diagnoses, and she, through all that, she was working, and she told us that God told her that she shall live and not die, and you know, sickness is not always unto death, and so just make a long story short, my mom, she continued to go to the doctors, and the doctors, she went after, I think it might have been after a few years, and they couldn't even find the diagnosis that they had priorly had diagnosed her with, and during that whole time, she never took any medicine. All she did was depend on God. And so that's one of my life experiences, is that I watched God heal my mom right now today. You know, she's in her 60s, don't even have no symptoms, no nothing. You know, I never took a day of medicine at all. So when I talk about it, you know what I'm saying, it's something I know about. You know.
Oh, wow, that's powerful. Yeah. And prayers to your mom and family.
That's what's up.
So, who would you see yourself working with in the music industry?
Oh man!
It don't have to be a big list. It could be just 2 or 3 people. You don't gotta go and say everybody.
I'm gonna tell you who I would love to work with right now, and that would be the Hamiltones.
And why would you want to work with them?
For one, the Hamiltones, they come from the particular genre that I am in right now, and what they're doing also, and it's called quartet. Okay. And yeah, that's the name of our genre, and those guys, they do it well. I love their charismatic energy. So like, those guys would probably be number one on my list right now.
So what has been one of your biggest accomplishments you've had in the music industry?
I would say starting my own label, which is Gifted Spirit Entertainment. You know, coming out from under other labels, you know, going by their rules and their way of doing things, and, you know, starting your own label, being your artist on your own label, having a group on your own label. That's one of my, I feel like one of my major accomplishments, you know, especially since long as I've been in this been in the music industry, period.
So what do you think is missing in today's music, in the gospel world?
What's missing?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, what do you think that we get enough credit, enough recognition in the gospel world?
oh yes, it's plenty of recognition, and just like just like all the music around the world today, everything has evolved. I wouldn't say I wouldn't say anything's missing. I would just say the technology has really taken over, right? So now you have a lot more less talented artists because of technology. So I wouldn't say anything is missing. I would just say that the technology has taken over to a point where you don't really have to have an artist who can really sing or who can really rap. So so that's my take on it. Everybody have their measure of success.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Right.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was done. You good?
So during this quarantine, have you picked up any new skills or projects that you're working on?
I wouldn't say picked up on any new skills. I just been polishing a lot of the gifts I already have. It's during the quarantine, it gives you a lot of time to reflect on a lot of things that not necessarily new that you can do. It helps you to reflect on a lot of things that you can do better. Okay. So that's kind of where I've been during the quarantine. Trying to find ways to make Christopher Levon a little bit better at what he does.
Okay, Christopher Levon. Since you're making things better, when you look for artists to come onto your label, what are some of the things that you look for in when you're looking for those artists?
Number one is work ethic.
Okay.
Yeah, work ethic. I know things are a little bit different now. But when I first started going into the studio, sometimes we would be in there 12, 14 hours. Sometimes depends on the song. If we want to see, depends on the song we want to get finished, or depends on what type of vibe we was in. We'll be in there all night, 24 hours. You would look for artists who would have that type of ethic, who would love to get things done, who would love to not only get it done, but you need them to have that zeal to want to get it done right.
Okay. So let's just say I want to ask some personal fun questions. What is one fun fact about yourself?
I'm a clown.
Well, everybody know that. So give me something exclusive that people don't know.
Well, I don't. Let me see. That's a good question. So I'm a clown then, huh? I like to laugh.
Yeah, every time I talk to you, even when I'm checking on you, I'll be like, "Hey, how you doing?" You always got a joke, and stuff like that. So yeah.
I'm not sure if everyone knows that. Well, you may even know I'm a musician. But let's see. I don't know. Maybe the whole fact that I love the whole thing about basketball. I love basketball. I play football, but I love basketball. I don't know how you do that, but I do. I love it.
Okay. So if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Santiago, Chile.
And why would you pick that place?
Oh man, the beaches are beautiful. Yeah, the beaches are beautiful, and the water is clear, almost like you can drink it.
You go ahead and drink all the fish. You go right ahead.
Nah.
So if I just met you, and what's 3 words that you would say about yourself? Like if you wanted to describe yourself to me, what would be
If
3
I
words?
Genuine,
Mm,
compassionate,
okay.
loving.
Mm, all the love stuff. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Okay. I know you used to work with John Boy and you had a group, right?
Yeah, we still got a group. Hmm.
Okay. So what's the name of that group? And tell me a little bit of details about that.
The group is called the Anointed Brothers in Christ. We started in about 2011. The group actually consists of me, John Boy, who is Jonathan Boykin, Charles Weaver. You know Charles, don't you?
Mhm.
Um, Seth Atkinson, who after about 8 months, we were still a young group. He ended up getting killed. So we endured some tragic times early in our career starting that group. We had one of our great friends, Bowley, which name is Jamar Swenson, and his father Leon Swenson, and Alex Parrish. But
Mm.
over the years, we kind of branched out, and some went and did this, and some went and did that. But the group was still moving. We still doing what we do. Hmm.
Okay. So what advice can you give to other artists that want to be in the gospel industry?
That want to be in the well, for one, make sure it's something you want to do, because a lot of people have the perception of just because you're in gospel that it ain't no snakes in gospel. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? That that there's no crookedness in gospel. That
Mhm.
there are no leeches in gospel. That's a lie. Don't let nobody fool you. Gospel is the industry itself is what I'm talking about. The gospel industry. It's some snakes. The promoters, and some snake artists, some snake
Mhm.
producers. All that's in the gospel industry. So it's something that you got to make sure you know how to do, and it's something you need to make sure it's something you want to do. And for one, you definitely have to have a sound mind dealing with certain people. So that's number one. Make sure it's something that you want to do. No doubt about it.
So do you think it is better to have an independent label than to be on somebody else's label? What's your turn on that?
The with an independent label, especially like me, I do mostly everything by myself. The money comes out of my pocket. So if you're not prepared to take care of a lot of the overhead, then it's best to try to sign on with somebody. But the glory from it is basically like when you put a lot of your time and your effort into particular projects. The thing about an independent label is that all the benefits come back to you. Especially when you have a particular project that's successful, or you give a particular concert or whatever. A lot of the dividends they come back to you, and it's full benefit. So despite working for someone, you have to wait on them to hand you a check when you can
Mm,
go out there independently and make your check. you know so I think that's better all the way around. It's all about what you put into it.
got you. But before you started doing gospel, you was doing rap music, right?
Right.
So how did you transfer from doing rap to gospel? How did that, you know?
Well, during the time, actually, I was with Pure Pain Records down out in Savannah, by way of Damon Douglas. I know y'all heard of Damon Douglas, who we call now Fat Boy. Um,
But I still call him Taz because those was my DJs. DJ E-Man and Taz in the building.
That's right. That's right. E-Man and Taz. That's
yes.
Right. That's right. So we before Pure Pain, I was still doing construction work and on particular weekends, me, LaDamon, his brother Mefi, of course, and Deuce. And you had Keyboy, all of them guys, Dirty D-Lo, which was Lamar Dickinson. I mean, you had a 40 Joe, all of them guys. They had this group called the Black Plague, and they would actually need somebody to sing on a few of their tracks. So of course, me and Damon, we're like second cousins. So he'll call me, and we'll go up to Patchwork in Atlanta, and we'll record, and after we record, we'll come on back to Statesboro and do our thing. But it ended up costing us a lot of money to go back and forth from Savannah. From Statesboro to Atlanta. So we actually ended up down in Savannah just buying time. But Damon was buying all the time, and so eventually those guys, they went to hearing our sound, and they wanted us. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how I really got into the rap side of it. But I always have loved R&B, and I was singing a bunch of R&B and stuff like that. But from there, with Camouflage and a lot of the controversy that he was in, he ended up murdered, and
right.
So it kind of slowed everything down that we were doing. So it kind of really gave me a chance in between that time to reflect on who I really was, and give me a chance to pray, and I found myself moving back to the church from where I grew up. Those mother's prayers and things of that nature will help you and lead you and guide you back to where you come from. So that's how I ended up back in pretty much in the gospel side of the industry.
And if ain't nobody heard your voice, they need to hear it, because I think I came down for a funeral a while back. I don't know if that was last year or the year before, and you were singing. I was like, woo! I ain't heard that in a long time. I was like, oh wow, listen to him. He still got it years later. Like, wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised I still got it.
So what has been one of the biggest challenges of yours in this industry?
Oh man, to continue to keep going. That's been one of my biggest challenges. Because you run into over a course of years, like I've been doing this over 20 years, and when you're doing things by yourself, you know what I'm saying? Majority of it by yourself, you would get burnt completely out. And there's been many times when I've been just like, I think I'm finna go ahead and let this right here go. But the love for it just won't. I just can't. So every time I get ready to stop, something just be pulling me like, but you can't let this go.
So what do you plan to take this in the next couple of years?
Well, once this pandemic settle or whatever it's gonna do, I plan to right now I'm currently trying to work on my solo album. Is what I'm trying to work on now, and that's where you hear the name Christopher Levon. It's actually it's not my last name, of course you know that, but it's my middle name. So Christopher Levon is so I'm trying to take that to a whole new height, and it's finally time for me to be me. You know what I'm saying? I always catered to the particular genres that I've been in, and I never got a chance to be who I wanted to be on these albums. So now I get a chance to to be me, and that's what mostly I'm focusing on.
Well, good. Can we get some exclusives, some dates, a new single? Give me something exclusive now.
I mean, it's really hard. It's really hard right now to give anything because the guy who I work with. I don't know if you know Ramon Gaskin. Yeah, well, well, he's one of my producers, and right now we just can't get lined up right now because of everything that's going on, and I'm not willing to take any chances.
Right.
He has a family and he has 3 children and a beautiful wife, and so I mean I wish I had something to tell you, but
So have you
nothing.
been doing any IG lives, singing or anything to stay relevant?
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth now. I mess with that Voisey app a little bit, and mess with that Melody Lab app a little bit, but it don't be very major. But you can find some of my videos on. You can find some of my videos on IG at CL Music if you want to check it out. Christopher Levon or Facebook, Christopher Howard. You know how it go.
I think I followed 2 of your pages. I was like, okay, I don't know which one is which, but
yeah. Well, they had a bunch of hacking going on one time, and I had to create another page, but I don't even use that one anymore. Yeah.
I understand that. Well, I know we have 2 trivia questions for you.
Okay.
So my trivia question is, hold on. It is, if you could, wait a minute. If you could get rid of one of these, which one would it be? Would it be violence, drugs, or racism?
Violence, drugs, or racism? Violence, drugs, or that's a very good question. I think I would have to get rid of the violence. That's
okay, why did you choose that one?
Because violence really always leads to some type of hurt. It always leads to a lot of death. And I think racism and what was the other one? Racism and drugs. Those are things that we can actually we can prevent. But once it get to violence, it's already past what it need to go by. You know what I'm saying? So if we get rid of that violence, then a lot of the killing and a lot of the hurt, a lot of the pain will be over. A lot of it will be. That's how I feel about it.
Okay. So Mickey Monday's question is, if you could be any animal, what animal would you be and why?
Oh man, the king of the jungle, baby. A lion.
Why did you pick the lion, the king of the jungle?
Because he's a king.
That's the only reason why you picked the king of the jungle.
The king has a lot of responsibilities. He's able to lead, So I feel, and he always win his shag. He carry his kingship around with him. It don't look like a crown, but it's a crown that he keep with him everywhere he go, and it's part of him. You can't take it off. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you can't take that off. See, some people, they claim to be a king, but then they take the crown off. You know what I'm saying? When particular situations arise. Not me. I'm a king. I'm a lion everywhere I go. I'm a leader everywhere I go. Yeah.
Well, you say you was a country boy. What do you love about the country? What's 3 things you love about the country?
man, I love riding on these back roads and smelling that fresh air back there and looking at them big cornfields and yeah, watching them tractors go and tilt that dirt, and I like all that, you know. And at nighttime, see in the country at nighttime, you get a chance to see the stars. You get a chance to see the solar system. You know, you can't really see that in the city. And see, I love finding the Milky Way and all that. I love that kind of, yeah.
That's only one. So what's the other two?
What you mean?
I need three things you love being a country boy.
About being a country boy?
Yeah.
The way we cook. That's one of them.
What's your favorite dish?
My favorite dish? Potato salad. Potato salad is my favorite dish. And then listen, and then can't nobody barbecue like a country boy. They try. If you got good barbecue going on in the city, I guarantee you, but it came from the country.
I can do it.
Another thing I like about the country, we ain't got all them martyr buses and stuff. Taking air and
But y'all don't have that. But what about people that can't have cars or stuff like that? You know, they actually need the transportation though. They want to get around and see different stuff.
If it really came down to that, I would vote for that. I'm pretty sure we have some people here now that really can't get around like they really want to, and we need that type of stuff around here. I'm definitely not against it, but you know, it's not something that I really care, you know, to have, you know, around here. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't vote against it though. I wouldn't. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I don't have any other questions for you unless you want to give me something exclusive that you couldn't give me, but you know.
I wish I had something exclusive for you.
You can hit me a note real fast. That's exclusive. Hit me a note.
Oh, there you go.
You said you wish you had something for me, so
that's not exclusive. You already know I can sing a little bit.
Yeah, but the followers, some of the people that's watching might not have never seen you or heard of you, so it's exclusive to them coming from WIB.
Oh, okay, all right. Oh man. See, when you put me on the spot, I don't even have nothing in the head. Yeah. Let's see. How about this? Think of all the good things God has done for you. Think of all the many times God has brought you through. And you know that you've been truly wondrously blessed. How about that?
Woo! Hey now. You gave me the CC exclusive right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all the best over there, man. Yes.
But I want to say thanks for interviewing with us today. I'm sorry you couldn't meet my co-host and he was sick today, but
it's all good, man. I appreciate the consideration, man. It made me feel pretty good.
Yes, and I would love for you to be in my magazine.
So how can I do that? When you want me to do it? How?
I'll send you the information and you get it back to me. I got you.
10-4.
Yes. Actually, if you get it to me fast enough, you can go in the next one. If you can get it to me within a week and a half.
Okay. Well, just give me the info and we'll work on it.
Definitely. Well, thanks for interviewing with me today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Oh, before we get off, tell everybody where they can follow you.
You can follow me on Facebook. The name is Christopher Howard. You can also find me on IG at CL Music, Christopher Levon. So if you're looking for me, that's where I am. And you can find me there. And you can find me live. You can find me.
And what's your YouTube?
Huh?
What's your YouTube?
YouTube is Christopher Howard also. You want to find me on YouTube? Yeah, it's Christopher Howard.
Okay, well, there you have it. But happy Tuesday.
Yeah, happy Tuesday.
Nice to see you. It's been a minute.
You too. It's been too long.
But you be blessed today. Make sure you wear your mask.
I keep them on, baby. Everywhere I go.
Continue to be blessed. Continue your journey. I'm very proud of you. Keep grinding. Yes,
ma'am. You do the same. I'm very proud of you as well. Girl, you hit the ground running. You haven't turned back yet. That's all right.
Hey, I'm trying. I'm trying.
That's all we can do.
You right. You right. All right. Well, happy Tuesday, and thanks again for interviewing with me.
All right, baby. Thank you.
All right.
All right.